Number 10. A motorist had spent the day exploring the ruins of the ancient ghost town of Hampi, in India. He was riding his motorcycle back to his hotel. He took a wrong turn onto an abandoned country road and got lost miles away from the nearest city. Turns out he was not the only one on rolling back row. Along the road is a woman wandering along the deserted back road dressed in a bridal gown. Says that when he turned back to check, woman disappeared, so terrified that he moved away as quickly as he could. So is this a ghost caught on camera on an abandoned road or a prank? Let MW know down in the comments. Number 9. This clip is from Mulam Coffin, one of his ghost investigations. He checks on a house that supposedly carries a terrible curse.
Не хотели с ним общаться, но однажды у нас дело дошло до конфликта. И после этого конфликта на следующий день он пришел к нам, просто очень сильно ругался и сказал: я вас проклинаю. Сказал, муж его проводил, как бы все успокоилось. Но на следующий день мы узнали, что он умер. Он умер, и у нас начались какие-то странные
He checks
вещи.
up the house, but doesn't really find much other than a few stern voices. However, when Emma posted the video to YouTube, he get a lot of responses from his regular viewers. Seems that the YouTube community saw something that Emma himself didn't notice. At one point in the video, when he is going down a stairway, camera catches someone or something lurking behind them. What looks to be the bizarre specter of a little girl dressed in a school uniform seems to be watching him as he fastens staircase. As I mentioned before the moment, he never noticed this apparition in his original video was pointed out weeks later. YouTube viewers were absolutely freaked out by the hidden observer. Number 8. The video was originally posted by a Saudi ghost hunter in Qatar. He claimed that an abandoned house in this town was haunted, followed by an angry spirit. He decided to investigate the house. Before the ghost hunter enters the house, they saw the lights were turned on, even though the power to the abandoned house has long been turned off. Things get even more bizarre when they entered inside.
اطلع ايه صوت يا يا اخي صوتك كلمه اذا في دنيا افتح الباب هذا يا اخي صوتي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم كده يا شيخ يا شيخ اطلع اذا في دنيا اطلع.
Slamming doors and blood-curdling screams coming from rooms all over the house. But every time he enters a room, there's no one inside. At one point he even asked a ghost to open the door to prove that it's there. But instead, Spirit seems to angrily slam the door shut. The video poster swears that the video is 100% real. So, what do you think, is it real or not? Number 7. This next video comes from the pirate-themed bar Dream Ordered Lounge. Well, there are many scary videos caught on CCTV. The video was captured on what appears to be a breach section of that theme restaurant area is seemingly empty without a soul in sight, and the late spirit seeks to choose that moment to make itself visible. The ghostly figure appears to be relatively wide and wispy. It floats right down through the empty area. It's almost as though it knows exactly where it's going, as it moves too purposefully as the video and continues. We've watched a ghostly figure continue to move down the hole that allegedly pace. Given the theme of the bar, it's highly possible that many spirits could have been drawn there. Perhaps it's a reminder of the spirit's past life or an area it used to frequent. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of info to run with regarding this clip. So until more evidence comes to hand, the strange video will have to remain a mystery. So what do you think? Is it a real shadow ghost caught on camera or some pretty good editing? Number 6.
Bell has one of
This
the most
video
popular
is from
urban
Bill, who is
exploration
a pure
channels on
urban
YouTube.
explorer.
In
What I
fact,
mean
in
by
my
that is
opinion,
that he
it's
doesn't
probably
do
the
any
best
ghost
urban
hunting or
channel out
paranormal
there.
investigation. He just explores abandoned places. When he visited an abandoned children's asylum, he seemed to catch some very bizarre activity on camera. Some of it without even knowing what. Do you film? Toy reviews the footage later. From the startup den felt something spooky. While exploration of the children's asylum, strange things begin to happen.
Battery exploded.
Hammer batteries mysteriously exploded in his hands. Next, he doesn't even notice, but his camera starts to catch someone or something moving around inside the doorway. Straight shadow that looks like a person on an open door.
Next,
Something draw a hole in the
peeking through a
door
hole in
and
the door.
quickly
The eye
disappears
quickly
as Dan
disappears as Dan approaches.
approaches. And finally, perhaps freakiest all but, sounds like a voice can be heard coming from an empty room nearby. Number 5. Hosted to the YouTube channel, Alice in Wonderland 74. It's nice to be recording to show something truly mysterious. The video was captured by a truck driver's dash cam light at night while driving, Georgia. Although the clip is short, the description of the clip only serves to add more history to the already intriguing circumstances. The figure of a folding quite often is seen standing by the side of the road. Then, just the truck comes nearer, the woman continues, walking right into the road, seemingly colliding directly with the truck. The clip van spent the weekend's description goes off to further market that mysterious circumstances. The truck driver Friday had hit someone over to the side of the road. Oddly enough, the driver didn't find evidence of a body by display, but still concerned, the driver called the police himself in order to clear up any potential misunderstandings regarding what happened. Disturbingly enough, when the driver made contact with the police, they explained that his situation was not unique. In fact, the police officer explained that many such calls in coming in, regarding that very same spot, many drivers seemingly reported concern over hitting the same ghostly woman, only to find they had anything at all. Number 4.
Story, a little
This is
background.
known as Devil's Circle.
Devil's Tramping Ground is a circle of ground almost 40 feet in diameter in the woods of Bear Creek, North Carolina. Even though this circle is in the middle of a forest and in an area of heavy vegetation, for some reason nothing grows inside the circle. Researchers can't find any scientific reason for the lack of plant growth. However, local legend says that the Devil's Tramping Ground is cursed.
Visitors have claimed that strange voices whispered to them in the night, and campers who slept and find the circle have reported mysteriously waking up miles away, unsure of how they got there. Even more bizarre, many visitors have reported things, strange shadow beings and entities, watching them from the Treatle YouTuber, who calls himself Kevin the Custodian Ghost Hunter, has been ghost hunting for over 16 years. In that time, he says he's never managed to catch a single ghost on video. That is, until one day when he was filming at the Devil's Trapping Ground with his daughter Jay. Completely by accident, he catches something very bizarre.
I had to get out here in a hurry.
Some
Just as
strange
other
form
visitors
seems
have
to be
reported,
moving along the
some
tree line,
strange form
and it
seems
does
to be
not like
moving
fog
along
as
the
it
tree
has some
line
bizarre
of the
figure.
Devil's Tramping Ground.
I had to get out here in a hurry.
If you have any other explanation, let me know down in the comments. Number 3. Uploaded by YouTube user Rodrigo Yoshiaki. This next clip seems to have been captured in a nearly empty hospital. The translated text from the video explains the Rodri thought himself to be alone when he saw the nearby doors open by themselves. Slightly worried but not overly sharp, the healthcare worker gave it some time before he decided to begin filming. The camera holder explains that the doors are automatic, but they require motion for them to be activated. In the video you can clearly see the door open a number of times with no one around.
Chicas están allá y la puerta de quirófano se está abriendo.
Rodri then meets up with these words on the page. The sound of the doors once again can be heard, opening by themselves.
Ahí está la puerta loca.
They decided to approach the doors, finding it curious that they've stopped opening by themselves upon their approach. They take a look around the room to see if anything might be activating the doors. Is clearly not one there. Wherever it's at this moment, the very clear sound of whistle is heard.
Mira. ¿Escuchaste eso?
Number 2. Young boy Lloyd has provided us with this video. This video explains the most recent aborting experienced. Lloyd explains in the video that his children saw a ghost in their home's washroom. He follows the son to the washroom to see what he's talking about. Where boy soon trapped in what may be every parent's worst nightmare. Boy remains just outside the door as he points to the spot where he witnessed the ghost. The door suddenly springs shut on Lloyd. Traffic his son in the bathroom while he's on the other side. Boy bangs on the door shouting through son to no avail. The door has to be kept shut by some sort of supernatural force, likely the same force that Lloyd's children witnessed in the washroom in the first place. Boy continues to attempt to open the door, banging on it, calling his son's name. Video with just how long it took to finally open the door and get through to the son is unknown. But spending any amount of time living in such distress bearable. Given the description of Lloyd's video, it seems quite clear that he no longer feels safe in his own home. This isn't the first time they've witnessed paranormal encounters in their home, as seen in videos that were previously featured. The ghost dance line supporting Lloyd and his family is uncertain. However, what is certain is that Lloyd and his family may never feel at ease under that roof. Would you be house hunting and looking for a new place to live? What would you break it out and try and live with this supernatural entity? Let me know what you do in the comments section below.